right, welcome to the Dynasty Hot Sauce Podcast. I am Larry Monkey, and you can find me on Twitter at FF Larry Monkey. And with me tonight is the birthday boy. He is the big 4-0, Mr. Well, it's JR, but I think you might have to be like CR now, right? CR_FF at RunDFF himself. No longer a junior, he's a senior. Happy birthday, my man.
Hey, Larry, senior is SR, not CR. What are you, drunk already?
Is it? All right. Well, I did sneak a bowl in.
Nice.
After
on that note,
let's
get the party started.
Yes, let's get the party started. All right, man.
Yeah. I was like, man, what is CR? I don't know. And then, well done, sir. Well done.
CR.
I'm 39 for a few more hours.
39.
Not that I give a shit. I'm not holding on to 39. The older you get in my business, the more you can charge. So sure, tell me I'm 40. Cool. Yeah, because people want like experienced, well-versed handymen. They don't want like the young buck who hadn't seen anything. So
that's right. I get it. So we are live. I'm going live tonight, man. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't know, but sure.
Fuck it. We're live. It's a special occasion.
Today, so it's cool.
It is. Yes, I did too, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to try and share this because fucking YouTube is hidden on my phone because my daughter, she's so.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't have her browsing.
Right. So let's see here. What? Let's see. Let me click on this. Oh, we are live. How about that? This is how old school we are live. And I'm going to
You're going to drop it in some chats and stuff?
Yeah. Let me see if I could just drop this. Maybe get some chats. And I'm not going to edit this.
Let's rock and roll.
All right.
I'm not going to do a 4-hour pod.
No, not 4 hours. Let me just. Who do I want to?
We'll drop in the listener league, of course.
My fantasy league at. Let's see. HQ at fantasy. Let me just. Okay.
Sure.
Whatever,
yeah.
dude.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm over here and I'm about to flip the game on. I just got home from dinner.
Oh.
And, I need Alvin Kamara. Can I get like 6 points from him and 4 points more from Jalen Waddle, please? Jalen Waddle catching all these dink and dunks, but I'm fine with that as long as they're catches. On the other hand, Ian Book is killing me because he's so bad.
He's really playing like crap, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Of the year right there.
All right, let me see if I can send this via direct message.
What the hell is this remote? Well, I can do it on my phone.
All right. So,
you got anybody going tonight?
I'm going against Jalen Waddle. Now I know everyone's talking about Waddle's like, he's setting all kinds of records. He's Mr. Rookie of the Year. And he's back from COVID, and I don't know. Everyone just assumed he's going to be tearing it up. So I turn on the game, and I'm like 5 minutes in. He's already got 4 receptions. Yeah. I don't know what he has now.
It's still 4 receptions.
Well, terrible. I should have tagged myself in this. What a fool. Let me see. Let's see.
Right, the game. Now. Here, I'll share it, retweet, heart, and then I'll copy the link and drop it in some chats. Let's get some folks in.
Yeah.
To say hello.
Send via direct message.
All right. I'll put it in HQ, and I'll put it in the Cool Kids Club.
Do it.
There. Anyways. All right. So how many semifinals you in, man?
Well, I don't know. I didn't tally up on any of that stuff.
Wait. How many lineups did you have to set this week?
That's a good question.
I mean, that would kind of decide.
I had a very disruptive Sunday morning.
Oh boy.
So I set my lineups all throughout. I mean, I wasn't even going to tell this story, but it's so well, it's not tragic. It could have been disastrous. But what the hell was going on? I don't even remember what was going on. I mean, it was just all this wife and kids drama,
Sure, yeah.
Which
we all know how that goes.
Right. So it got to the point where I was, and listen, I'm not as crazy as I used to be when it's like, oh, I gotta be that's in my seat. I cannot miss Sunday, and I used to be like a super douche fantasy guy where I like, oh my god, I have to, wherever I'm going on Thanksgiving, I have to get there at 12 because that's when the games start.
Right.
But anyway, I don't know. I was, you know what it was? Okay, so it was the day after Christmas. I ate some edibles on Christmas, and it like turned me into a zombie. Like, I'm not a big edible guy. I mean, you don't smell or anything like that. It's one of the benefits, I guess, but it just hits you different. And if you don't know what you're taking, I guess, I don't know, man. But I just felt like I'm like a zombie. I woke up with this like haze around me. It's like a weed hangover. It was just weird.
So Sunday was terrible for you.
So I was kind of out of it, and I'm like, what the hell? Oh no, this is what was going on. It's all come back to me now.
All right, let's start the story.
All right, so happy birthday, RunDFF. I'm having a baby this week. We learned the gender of your baby. It's coming. Maybe you'll reveal that later.
Oh
My
boy,
wife
maybe
wants
so.
to do everything like weeks in advance. It's how she is in life and work and everything. Everything's got to be done, and I'm not. I mean, I guess I am a last minute guy, but I'm okay with being a last minute guy. I'm not like going to lose my shit if stuff's not getting done a week in advance.
Yeah.
I don't need to see something sitting there pretty because it had to be done because I still had a week, whatever. So she wants to take, long story short, I'm having a baby tomorrow, right? And maybe this guy can probably relate. So I'm having a baby tomorrow. Scott, Sid.
Hold on. Speaking of needing just a few more points from Waddle and Kamara.
Well, okay. So yes, right about this time you should be passing me. Should be coming up here soon. And you will move on, even though I crushed everyone in the league except my opponent, which is the story of my life. But that is my gift to you, sir. Happy birthday. And you know what? You had the better team all year. And it is what it is. So you got to carry on the torch.
This is Scott Sidlow, by the way, on Scott_Sidlow on Twitter. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
I knew that.
So, but listen, we're in this together, and you know why? It is because Jalen Waddle is going to secure you the victory tonight, and I will happily play for third, considering I got that team from a dispersal. So hey,
yeah, you did
good
great
for me.
Yeah.
And Jalen Waddle will secure my conference in Scott Fishbowl, putting me in the final 20.
Hell yeah!
Next week. So I give up all championships for that. I'm fine with that.
Hell yeah!
Well, I was kind of getting into the story that kind of heads in the direction where you're headed.
Oh boy!
So I'm having a baby tomorrow, right? So my wife, it could have been today. It potentially could have been today. We were going to a doctor's appointment today, and if the doc said, "Let's have the baby today," like we didn't know. So the car's packed. Parents go over here, watching my 6-year-old. We head to the hospital. All right, no, keep your appointment for tomorrow, Tuesday, which is Tuesday. Do that, blah blah blah. So we're having a baby tomorrow, Wednesday the latest. So my wife likes to do everything in advance. Christmas tree has to come down on the 26th. Everything, all the Christmas. I don't want any decorations out. I want when I come home with the baby. I want everything to be done. We're going to be too exhausted and blah 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 blah. So, and I was explaining to RunDFF that I had like a weed hangover from the day before. Like I wasn't drinking. I had some edibles, and I just woke up with this like haze around me. It's like a funk or something. And I was just moving around. I was just groggy, moving around slowly. And I'm also recovering still from, sinus surgery, which I had 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, I'm
Didn't really
about to
get
have
into
that.
it.
We'll have to talk about that.
Oh yeah. If you want to.
Larry loved the After Effects. He was so happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Sinus surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely get it. Yeah. Good times for sure. Long story short, and I'm trudging through my lineups. Like, I don't even know where I'm at in my leagues. I don't know if I'm about to. I just set my lineups and then I'll just like go in and see where I'm at. This is kind of answers Justin's question from earlier. He's like, "How many semifinals you?" And I'm like, "Well, I kind of just set all my lineups, and I'll, this is the week I'll probably check it about this of where I'm at." I just labored through some lineups, and I don't know. I can't remember. Long story short, I started Lamar Jackson in my Scott Fishbowl semifinal.
Oh,
Come on.
And Baker Mayfield, who got -3.
Hey,
Wow.
Stafford got me negative points, and I still managed to score 200 plus at this point.
Wow.
So
Right.
Jeez.
you never know, man. You never know.
Well,
So-
if you start Lamar and Baker, you're probably shot.
Good point.
Yeah.
You're negative from both your quarterbacks
I
total.
did well. I still did well, but and Damian Harris on my bench, who I would have plugged in for L Jax, or that was my plan. I just don't. I feel like I made the change on my phone like days earlier because Lamar was ruled out much earlier.
A couple days earlier. Yeah.
I feel like I did this on my phone, and that was the first thing I said to myself. I was like, "What? This doesn't make any sense." Like I remember thinking about this in my head. I'll plug in Damian Harris, but then I was like, maybe I hesitated.
Look, let me
because
tell you.
of the Damian Harris news. Like,
Let me tell you why I love the NFL Platinum app. And I know that you don't use it, but it's because when I go and look and I set my lineup, I see it highlighted. And then when I go, I can just immediately click on scores and see who I have in without having to kind of try and figure out, okay, that check mark is there, whatever. I can look immediately and see it. It's so streamlined on the app. I use the app to set every lineup.
I do too.
Because it's just so easy. Larry, you need to switch to the app for at least your it's easier for trades too, but for at least your lineups, man. Because you can't.
It's easier for trades.
It is. It's so easy.
I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody
But
says NFL doesn't have its own app, but the Platinum app does pretty well.
It's fine. Yeah, it's once you get used to it, it's fine. But I'm telling you, Larry, I think there's a conspiracy out because I need to tell this story real quick. I joined the DDCL League, which I believe we're all in. Right? Justin and I joined last year, did our startup as the 4th conference, right?
Yes.
And I was like one of the top teams all through whatever. I lost in the championship to Graham Barfield. Well, Graham and I both moved up to the next conference.
Yes.
I didn't do as well this year, but I caught fire right before the playoffs and through the playoffs, and here I am. For some reason, the championship was this week, so it didn't get moved back. So it was a week 16 championship as was always in the past. Well, here I go and see my lineups, and in that league, I have Mark Andrews. He was my 3rd pick, and I have started him every time I've ever set a lineup in that league, which is for 2 years straight. He's not in my lineup.
How did this happen, Scott?
I cannot explain how or why he would not be in my lineup. So maybe when I was just clicking through, I accidentally clicked, Knox instead of Andrews or something. Because if you don't have a tight end selected, it would say you need to select a tight end, right? So, and Knox was in my lineup. So I was like, did I accidentally click that? Did I do? Because I did go in last minute too, and I was trying to get Justin Jackson in my lineup and move some things around. Well, I played Graham Barfield again, and I lost by 1.48 points. So what are you going to do? And I cannot figure out how that happened, though, that he was not. There's no reason he would never not be in a lineup, unless he's out. So Larry, there's a conspiracy, man.
Okay, good. Because I can preach it. I love it how I said I messed up a guy, and Justin's like rolls his eyes. You fucking Sid says something, and Justin's like, oh man, how could that have possibly happened to you?
Well, no, because I know how it happened with you.
Yeah. So, oh man. So that's the other confusing part of it. How I don't have anything tallied or calculated. Some finals
Hey,
are in week 16 already. Hey,
your
Frankie!
daddy.
All right.
Frankie making an appearance.
Oh,
Hey, you're supposed to be in the bed. What are you doing up?
welcome to the show.
What are you doing up, Munchkin? Huh?
You here to wish Daddy a happy birthday?
Hi. Okay. Hey.
Should I ask
How
her
old
if
is
she
your
can
dad?
Is she happy
How old
to have
am I?
a?
How old is your dad?
You don't know how old? Am I just really old? Just a little old? Oh, just a little old. Hey,
Just a
don't step
little
on
old.
Mommy's-
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's nice.
Okay. Oh, mommy's getting your water. That's what's going on. Okay.
Nice.
Hey, give me a kiss and go to bed. Okay. Give me a kiss. Go to bed. Mwah. All right. Go.
Good night.
No, I know it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I had a hard time putting my daughter Cassidy. She just went to sleep. She's asleep right now.
All right. Hey, you gotta go to bed.
All right.
Go with mommy. Go.
Larry, do you know what you're having, or
Hey,
you're not
no,
finding
yeah.
out?
We
No,
just
no,
no,
found
you do.
out. No, maybe we'll tell in a little bit. Hey, Frank. you
I
gotta go
think
to
I
bed.
asked you before, but maybe I can't remember.
Hey, no,
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Okay.
It's a boy.
So it'll be girl boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same
6
as
year
me.
6 year difference, and she is taking it very hard. It's
Really?
really difficult. When I said that, like I was dealing with like wife and kid drama, like there's a lot of kid drama going on. It's like we had to take we had to take her to a specialist just to talk because we're like she was acting out and it was just really
Sure.
it's been really challenging.
It's a big change.
It's huge change, and she's been the only child for 6 years, center of attention, and all of a sudden someone's gonna, we got this new roommate in the house,
Well,
So-
my sister's 5.5 years younger, and I refused to believe at the time that my mom was pregnant, that I was having, because I wanted a brother. And so when they told me it was a girl, I just refused to believe it. And so finally, when they went to the hospital, I was staying with my grandma. They called and they said, do you want to talk? And I said, okay, yeah. So is it a boy? And they're like, no, it's a girl. And I hung up the phone, and I just never. We never really got along after that. So that was not a good ending for you, Larry. Sorry, but that's.
So you hate your sister to this day?
We don't have the best relationship. Let's just put it that way.
That's
Waddle.
funny.
Keep on going, Waddle.
What's he doing?
So, yes, we're having a little boy. Larry had to
Whoa.
reveal. And my daughter said, "No, I want a sister." And so now we've been working on the whole enthusiasm for a little boy all day long.
I think what you got to do is just tell her that you hate the boy, and that you will never like that's where I'm at, man. I just told my
What kind of
daughter
strategy is
earlier-
this, Larry?
I just told my daughter earlier, I'm like, I don't like this kid. I'm like, I like you. Like this is where we're at. I'm just trying to
She's
cheer
gonna
up.
be really curious as to why you're hanging out with that little boy so much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just took the lead. Let's go.
Was that it?
Well, unless somebody fumbles, that's it.
All right.
I
Well,
got you.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Can you believe there's an undefeated team in that league, and we both crushed him this week, and neither of us played him?
Well, what's crazy is had he not got that Deontay Johnson trash touchdown, he would be out.
He would be out.
He had a terrible week, and he went 23-0. I'm the second
Unbelievable.
highest scorer. I
What is
outscored
this?
you by a little bit more than 200. He outscored me by almost 400. He was
Yeah,
that
that's
much better.
wild. That's wild.
Hey, look at there.
Look at that, Rocky.
What's up, Rocky?
Yeah, I had to come on and wish Justin a happy birthday.
Hey.
Welcome to being an old man, Justin.
Yeah, it's here. Shit.
The 40-year-old club.
Yeah.
Good times, man.
Big one.
So
You guys enjoy
that. I've been confused. Like I was saying before, I'm confused with some leagues have the week 16, final. And
I
I'm
think
like,
they just didn't move it.
and I'm
which is
so
weird.
unfamiliar with sleeper. Like I'm probably in like 6 sleeper leagues, whether they're half or dynasty, half or redraft. And I'm just like, okay, I don't see another arrow to the next week. I guess this is the last week of the fantasy season. I'm like, I don't
There
even
is a
know.
playoff
Yeah,
bracket
just get a lineup.
somewhere.
I'm just setting lineups. That's it. And I'll just set them until there's no more team, I guess. Or,
Right.
That's why you stick to MFL.
yeah.
Rocky, do you set your MFL lineups from the app?
No.
You
No,
don't.
he doesn't use
Nope.
the app at all. Don't you know?
Wow.
The only thing I use the
Not
app
even for lineups.
No, just to check my scores. That's the only thing I use the app
Okay.
for.
Okay. All right.
And
I never use
that's
the app
what's
at all.
funny about that. Like, you must not check it live because there's a long delay
Yeah.
on scores, especially during the 1 p.m. games. There's like a terribly long delay because they don't update from the website as quick as you'd think. It's not instant at all. It's like 5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily care about checking. I'm scrolling through 30 leagues. I don't care if it's like 5 minutes behind
Right.
on each one. So.
Nice.
Well, I just passed Scott in a league just now, so
Another one down.
Scores.
Brutal
On
week. Brutal
on
week.
like island games, the scores update pretty quickly. So, yep, I'm up by 0.04. Hey,
I need Jasicki now, so let's go.
I need a lot of Gesicki. Can I get like 100 yards and 2 tutties?
Oh yeah, I just need like 7 more points. That would be nice.
Well, I don't. This one's non PPR, so I gotta have it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know, right?
PPR.
It's it's a home league with a whole.
Is that
bunch
even
of
is
regulars
that
from
even
the
how you
bar.
say it?
Well, we used to call it standard, but I almost consider PPR standard these days. So.
Right. Superflex is standard. PPR is standard.
Yeah, I don't know. So what's y'all's favorite league you're winning in right now?
For me, it's probably my home league that I started like 5 years ago, and I won
You're finally
once,
gonna win.
and I actually did win once. I won the second year. This is year 5, and I was dominating all year. I finished with the high points, and then the last week of the season, or next to last week of the season, I lost the bye because it's a home league, and we all came up with the rules together. There's 3 divisions of 4, and I lost out on stupid tiebreakers. I ended up the 4 seed. But I dominated the first 2 weeks, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm gonna make the final. It's a high buy-in. It's $1,000 payout. So and
Nice.
it's a bunch of buddies.
Nice.
So that's
A lot of bragging right.
Yeah.
The shit talking is worth it.
Yes.
Nice. I know what Justin's.
Yeah, you know what mine is. We'll get to it in a minute. Scott, what's your favorite league?
Listen,
about
I'm
you,
just
Scott?
gonna stick with what's working for me, and I'm gonna go Scott Fishbowl, baby.
SFB.
Yeah,
That's right. Oh yeah. So getting to pivot back to the fishbowl, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, right.
There was a guy that crushed. A guy just fucking crushed.
What
and
conference were you? Do you know?
Def Leppard.
Okay.
I don't know what conference it's. Oh, 12, I think, because he was in the
You're
same
in James
conference as me.
Brown.
I stopped
was
caring
James
about fishbowl a long time ago.
Right. I
you
mean,
can
I
have a
was
hot season this
doing
year.
well.
I was not, Larry.
It is 12. Yes.
What does that mean?
No,
It was,
it wasn't.
you were in conference 12. Your
No,
division-
it isn't. You're not on the top 10 board. I don't know.
Oh,
You're
I don't
somewhere
know.
in
I
there.
Are you in
were,
the?
but-
I might not be in the top 10 as far as points go.
Well, no, just to advance to the final. It's
Yeah, no,
only
I was
10
in it. I
teams
was,
from each conference this week.
I think I scored. I don't know. I was like second or. I was a
it
top
might
3
be
scorer
14 or
last
15.
week.
I'm not sure. We're up
Yeah.
there in the teens. I thought 12, but maybe that was last year. It doesn't really matter.
Hmm.
Wow.
I lost my home league, my home redraft league, which kind of sucks. Thanks to the Burrow T. Higgins stack.
Mm,
Larry
That
Shane
crushed.
wants in.
Yeah. T. Higgins, man. And what's even more painful is that I traded this guy, T. Higgins, like
Ooh.
10 weeks ago.
Ouch.
I traded him for Cortland Sutton straight up. T. Higgins for Cortland Sutton.
Hey,
oh,
Larry,
no.
Larry
Yeah.
Shane wants in.
Oh, damn it.
Get Shane.
Actually,
in.
I actually lost a game where I had T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another
This
guy
guy.
scored 190. So
Shane.
That means
Ooh.
God hates you.
yeah, I think so.
Rocky.
All right.
Man.
So we got Mr. RunDFF, Scott Sidlow, Rocky, and Shane Manila in the hizzy. What's up, bro?
What
Still
is
rocking
going
that.
on?
I like the SFB tee. Very nice.
Oh, is this last year's or this year's?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
I
Last
can't
year's,
see.
right?
Is that Legos or what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
last
Last
year.
year. Yeah,
I got one of those.
80% of my clothes, probably closer to 90, are just SFB T-shirts.
Yeah, I like that you can reorder when the one you have is like the pit stains are just too much. You can reorder another one off of like RotoWear or whatever. So
Huh,
like they have an inventory of past T-shirts.
Yeah, I've never run into that issue. You dirty son of a bitch.
You must have so many that the rotation there's not that overuse.
Yeah, there's definitely like I sometimes forget that I have them, and I'm like, oh, this one. I'm break out the retro, the SFB 8 shirt.
Right.
SFB, the Ocho.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, man. So
I just watched Tua get tackled and his knee went backwards. Well, he got his foot out from underneath him real quick, so that was good.
he's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know where we Shane broke into the party
We
here.
were
so
going into favorite leagues, and this is
Oh,
a good time to go into our favorite league.
we should go. Yeah, let's get into, man. I mean, I don't know if Shane wants to talk about it just yet. Probably never wants to talk about it unless it was last year's Alvin Kamara performance. Then he'd be all about talking about it.
Look, I mean, I had James. I knew I was an underdog anyway this week. Then James Robinson.
What's funny is you were projected to win by a significant margin.
But I look at Russ's team and it's fugazi as shit. He's
got like a Josh Valentine team.
Yeah, I mean he lucked out. I had one quarterback this week.
Yes,
you did. Yeah. So we're talking about. Let me just set the table here. In our Dynasty Trades HQ1, the playoffs, and this is a powerhouse versus cupcake type of league, and we had some powerhouses in the playoffs this time, and Shane was battling with Dynasty Outhouse. The final four was Shane versus Outhouse, and then you had Manolo and RunDFF duking it out. But I thought you had everything sucked right from the start with that Tennessee San Francisco game. I mean, I know Ayuk kind of salvaged himself, but Donta Foreman's got to get into double digits, man.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
finals.
help when he rips off a 55-yard run, but drags dude 30 yards with him by the face mask. Yeah, that's very illegal, bro.
That's not even what got it called back, though. There was,
it was
penalties on that
hold.
play. They were just,
it was coming back no matter what.
Yeah.
No, I mean the Ravens quarterback situation really kicked you in the balls.
Yeah, I would have been better off just keeping Jalen Hurts, apparently. But unfortunately, I didn't know that Lamar was going to, be out 5 months with a slightly sprained ankle.
It seemed like he was catching like every COVID variant as well, right?
Yeah, he's all the COVID. He's apparently not very healthy.
He just eats like cigarette fucking ashtrays for breakfast.
Yeah, I think he'd be better off if he smoked. To be honest, fight off one of the areas
and protected him that way. Yeah.
We got FF Spaceman in the chat. We got Justin Mercer in the chat from the Hot Sauce Listener League. So
what up?
As soon as I saw Outhouse starting Jimmy Graham, I was like, oh yeah, Shane's got this in the bag. I mean, hey, he's starting Jimmy Graham, and now he's saying Jimmy Graham outscored fucking half your team.
Big Dick Nick came through, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy, this is why we play the games, right? What fun would it be if it went the way it was supposed to go?
I hope it goes exactly how it's
supposed to go. A lot more fun for me.
I hope it goes exactly how it's supposed to go.
I can't see you losing.
Oh,
well, come on, man. Yeah, I might as well just not send
now
a
he just cinched
Come
it,
on.
I mean,
Fucking
what's your roster? We haven't roster baited over your roster.
You want a roster bait tonight? Well, I made a trade last week. Do you want to get into it real quick?
Sure.
Larry hated this trade, by the way. He DM'd me constantly all week long, like, you're a fucking idiot. What the fuck are you doing, you fucking moron? That's basically what he said to me all week long. So I made a trade. I actually finally moved. I finally moved CMC. It happened. And I got, okay, so I sent CMC, Jerry Jeudy, and Evan Ingram. And I got Antonio Brown and Mark Andrews. Mike would have been weird. I don't know if he would have scored much. But, so CMC, Jeudy, and Evan Ingram. I considered Evan Ingram a throw-in for AB and Mark Andrews.
Is that visible?
Was that Greggles you traded with?
No, that was old school, I think.
Okay, because we broke down this league in Junkies for, I forget which, I think we've broken it down twice now. For
you
finding
guys
me a trade.
Yeah, we did it for
You need to find me a trade for mine.
Yeah.
But
Was it for yours?
yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah, to move. Yeah, okay.
I'm glad I didn't. Well, so when you guys did that, I was on a buy. And I was like, I'm
Mhm.
not making any moves till I have to. And I made a small move last week. I can't remember. And then
Well, it's right here on the screen, dude. All the trades are on the
I can't read that.
Wow. That's Larry.
I can't read that. It's tiny.
Well,
And I'm old.
You are.
I can't read it.
I don't know.
Eyes are the first thing to go, Larry.
I don't know how to make it bigger.
That's what
Well, I
she
traded
said.
for CPAT. I traded for Cordell Patterson. I know I did that. I gave up Adam Troutman, I think, for Cordell Patterson. Greggles didn't want it. Greggles, I sent that one. I sent CPAT, getting CPAT, sending Adam Troutman, and he sent me back some other shit, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, he was trying to get Mike Gesicki and something, I don't know, somebody else. And I was like, no. Oh, Pat Frymuth. I'm like, I'd rather just roll those guys out there. But then he reconsidered and sent me back Adam Troutman that night. I was like, okay, done. So then I made the big move, CMC, Jeudy, and Ingram for AB and Mark Andrews, and Larry called me a fucking moron. And he threatened to cancel our show and never podcast with me again. So
No, come on. It didn't go down like that. I asked him if you were hammered. I think that was my response.
yeah.
Which is basically the same thing, Larry. Let's be honest.
But look, it's about winning a title, right? It's about winning a title.
And look,
That's
Mark
right.
And
Andrews
then
is putting
look
up
at-
20-something points a game. How can I, I don't think it was a bad move personally, but
No.
I removed some of the risk out of my lineup. I got a young tight end, and I got a stud wide receiver for the championship run. That's what I figured.
And at the end of the day, you still have Patrick Mahomes and Kyler Murray, who decided to show up this week. Fucking scumbag.
Yeah. No
So you're going to
shit.
be in good shape for the future, no matter what. I mean, even if your team's going to age out all at once, you could still flip those guys for a ton of shit and rebuild the roster. So you're fine.
Yeah. No. And this gets into something that me and Justin were talking about. You made a move to crush your league, and to add a major piece to your championship lineup. There's been a couple of leagues that I'm in that don't have a trade deadline, and the response is I'm trying to get some deals going, and these guys are kind of just don't want to move. Like they're content, and I'm like, why wouldn't you want to just upgrade in this one spot or that spot? Dynasty Outhouse did that trade for Mike Evans. I think he gave up a bunch of stuff, and it was like, you know what? He picked up some starters. I mean, his trade was kind of weird. He gave up what the hell, man? Outhouse.
He gave
Was it Elijah Moore?
None of you are particularly good at reading, are you?
No. Well, everyone's over the age of 40.
Hey,
Yeah.
No one can see anything.
Scroll back up to the top and sort it by trades.
Trade.
Yeah, there you go.
And
He's gonna get the
Outhouse.
ball
Outhouse is in Hershey Park. Outhouse could possibly be on the Hershey Highway right now.
I don't know if his wife's into that.
I don't know.
Okay, so Dynasty Outhouse gave up Terry McLaren, Robert Tonyan, and a 23 fifth, which is nothing, for Devontae Parker, Laquan Treadwell, and Rob Gronkowski in a 1.25.
Oof.
So McLaren and Tonyan for Parker, Laquan Treadwell, and Gronk.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's 3 starters.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but TMC ain't exactly done much recently.
No.
Right.
No.
And so I actually had the same. I had those guys. I made the same trade offer in this, and the guy like shot it down right away. And I'm like, man, this guy doesn't want to win. And you look at it. I mean, Treadwell put up 11 points. What was the? He didn't start Parker. What's Parker doing tonight? He's got nothing
He's
going
got
on.
nothing, yeah.
But, Gronk put up 4. I don't know, but I don't know.
Is that Hopkins for Hunter Renfrow?
It is.
Is that the right
It is.
league? Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys want to know what happened is he has Zach Ertz, and he accidentally didn't put him in when he had Mike Williams. He had Mike Williams, so then he kind of did a little panic move and had to get Renfrow. I don't mind it. It's not terrible.
Wow.
But you
I
know, last week on last week on Trade Addicts, he was all about DeAndre Hopkins is great and he's going to be back. Whatever.
Yes.
He's gonna,
That was Sunday morning. He did that, I think. Sunday morning. It was pretty
yes.
No. It was Sunday afternoon.
12:35.
late. Yeah, he did it after
Central Time.
after the games had started. He did it for the 3:00 games or whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
He
Yep.
tried to get a Madison and a second from me for DeAndre Hopkins, but I just wasn't interested in that.
Really?
I'm 2 years out from being back in this league, pretty much.
But you don't think you could get more for Hopkins later?
I had Hopkins
He's good.
earlier in the season.
He traded Hopkins to Outhouse earlier.
I traded Hopkins to Outhouse.
Gotcha.
Pain in the butt trying to sell Hopkins.
He's
Like
gonna be
everyone,
30
Yes, it
coming
is.
off an injury.
Good point.
Nobody
Good point.
wants that.
Yeah,
Exactly,
Yeah.
Rock. Exactly.
He's gonna die on my rosters.
That's
for the most part.
good. He's going to be a wide receiver 4 on your roster next.
You guys keep talking about how he's going to be 30, so I can go get him from Greggles this offseason.
he's
for a
less
second.
than a year older than Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but Devontae Adams is still
He's
killing
only a year younger than Julio Jones.
There's a difference.
There you go.
Devontae Adams is still good at football.
No, that is not true.
it. That's 2
Year and a
years,
half,
guys.
something like that.
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, Julio's 32.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Justin he's kind of been the favorite all season. There were a couple of like hiccups there when some teams kind of made some moves.
People on IR is what I had. But
Right,
I didn't
there
want
you
to
go.
make moves early in the season because I knew I had the capital to make moves later. I didn't want to panic and then end up with, a player that was out for the season because I had made a move too early, So I just kind of rode it out, hoping to get a buy and squeezed it to a buy and then made moves after that. That was the plan anyway. And for now, it worked out.
Right.
Mark
Yeah,
Andrews
and
out there dropping
like you
30
said, Terry
points.
McLaurin's been kind of shit all season. I mean, they can't get their team right at all.
Well, I mean, Tyler Heineke converted completely into a cucumber. Like he is he is a trash can.
I mean, he's not as bad as Ian Book, but still.
But the more tape they've gotten on Heineke, the
Why
worse.
don't they start Allen though? I don't understand.
Because Kyle Allen is absolutely horrendous.
He's
worse.
I don't
He's
know.
he
worse.
could get the ball to Hopkins, or McLaurin.
No, I don't think he could. I think they'd be better off, honestly, sticking Logan Thomas out there at QB, even with the torn
College days.
ACL. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's another one on my team right now that ain't going to do anything in HQ1. Michael Thomas, Logan Thomas. I mean, had CMC. Kareem Hunt sitting out there hurt now on COVID. And what else do I have on IR? Oh, James White. Y'all remember how hot James White was to start the season?
Yes, I do.
That man was killing it and then done. So that sucked. Who else do I have? Brandon Cooks is on COVID.
Right.
So,
I don't think he's on COVID. It's not like a drug. That's not COVID. Well, maybe Lamar Jackson is.
In Mississippi, you're on COVID.
yeah.
Down there.
It's different down here, man. You do that shit to get out of work.
I did it to get out of Christmas.
Nice. So Shane, you recently had like a shooting outside of your work. Speaking of work,
Yeah. Yes, I did.
So, speaking of things that kill people, how about that gun outside?
Yeah, I went out for a cigarette out front. At 3:00 in the afternoon, maybe, right? And I figured, hey, I'll go out the front for a change. Sun's out. It's a little cold. I don't want to go out back, where it's gated and I'm safe. Let me go be a man of the people. And the people decided they were going to be shooting at each other down the street from me.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So did you duck and cover, or
Well, no, because like the first 3 or 4 shots, they're quick. So you don't really, you're like, that's weird. It's gun. Is that
Processing.
car? Oh, wait, that's guns.
You're in the city. You didn't know what it doesn't hit you immediately.
Look, no matter how many times you hear gunshots, it's still like a little like, oh, wait a minute. So then I finally figured out, what was going on and where it was coming from. And I kind of just looked and I was watching and I was like, well, they're not aiming at me, so I'm good. And it didn't
Stray
sound like,
bullets happen.
yeah, but it didn't sound like it was like,
ricochets, strays, whatever.
yeah, but it sounded like it was probably like a 22 or something. So, I mean, honestly,
It
from
won't
like,
kill you.
well, yeah, where I was standing, it would have grazed me and hurt me at most. So
I
then
love how Shane's knowledge of caliber noises. Yeah,
You saw-
it was just a little pop. It's like a crack instead of a bang. Yeah.
Is it true
It's
that
22.
is it true you saw Rocky running out with with pantyhose over his head? Like
That's definitely
I
a
can
Philly
neither
thing.
confirm nor deny that.
So the best part of it is like, I had a couple people coming out of my office, clients, and I'm like, hey, you need to get back in. They're shooting. And they were like, are you going down to watch? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, I should probably do something. So I put my cigarette down on the ground and I went inside, and I got one of our cops. I was like, hey, you might want to call the Philly PD because there's a shooting down the block. Like some dude just got shot like 10 times. And then I went back out and finished my cigarette.
Oh, he's dead already. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lived. I was looking it up, but what's funny is because there's so many shootings in Philly that I was just like,
couldn't find
Philadelphia shooting, and it was just like, I was like, all right, I need to be more specific. North Philadelphia. And it's like, okay, and I'm like, all right,
nice.
yeah.
Well, did you have your weighted vest on to protect you at all during this?
I did not. I should start. I should start wearing that to work. Apparently,
I guess so. So Miles Gaskin, did he just score a touchdown? Is that what I heard?
6 from
Is that what Justin Mercer
Gaskins for
said?
Justin to win his hot sauce matchup. Has Gaskins been in there? All I've seen is Philip Lindsay.
Yeah,
It's been Lindsay and
Duke Johnson show.
Duke.
Yeah, so Miles Gaskins has COVID again, or they just officially are done with him?
he's
I
doing
think
what
they
he
just
did last
like
year
him.
in last year's playoffs, which is be
He's
hurt.
like that really annoying friend of your ex-wife that like you could only deal with within like short piece, short piece of time. That's what they feel like about him. They're like, we'll just put you in there for 1 or 2 plays and then get out of here.
So all of them.
He does have
All
a
your
whopping
ex-wife's
2 touches.
Yeah.
2 touches.
Speaking of the hot sauce league, there is a barn burner going on there with Deuces at 165 and Mariachi Ninja, who's got one guy playing. Deuces is done at 165. Mariachi Ninja's got 159 with Gaskin. I mean, it's Mercer.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
what
So that's a
he's
loss.
talking about, yeah.
Sorry, bud.
So
It's only with a gap like that. At least it could be real quick. But yeah, that's Jake and Justin.
yep. And so Gaskin's got 1 for 4, 1 rush for 4 yards, and 1 reception for 6 yards. So he's got a little bit more. He's got some work to do in the second half, which just started of the game. So that's interesting. And the Angry Sports couple, who kind of ran the league the whole season, gets crushed by Sweaty
Right.
Beaver. He got I don't know. How can we talk? I mean, Sweaty Beaver. Help me out here. What does the Sweaty Beaver do to the Angry Sports couple that we can make this into a joke?
I don't know. It's a Sweaty Beaver. That's why they're an angry sports couple. Because
There you go.
They got too much of the Sweaty Beaver.
Yeah.
Yes,
This
okay,
is
hold
not
on.
at all. That's just sweat.
Yo,
Hey, I like that. I have the 101 in that league. I like that.
Hey, this party just got super duper flexy.
What up,
Bill?
What's up, boys? Happy birthday, brother.
It's been a
Thank you,
long
sir.
time,
Thank
man.
you.
It has been a long time, yeah.
This is fantastic. Look at this motley crew.
This is like maybe the oldest collection of podcasters in one place ever.
Yeah, it might be.
I was like,
Whoa. Hey.
Scott,
You're the
Sidler's
youngest,
trying to
right?
It's an
down.
old collection.
Who's the youngest here?
Is Scott?
Sid.
Gotta be me.
It's
37.
He's in his 30s.
37.
Oh,
Spring
yeah, you
chicken.
can still
Technically,
start.
I'm still in my 30s for a few more hours.
That's true.
Yeah.
About 3 more hours of 30s. Yeah.
So, who does anyone have any like advice for Justin? That's so like not Sidlow, but since he's not 40, but how about you guys? What can this guy expect with a son on the way? Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely waited a long time to have a kid because
Yeah, I know what the fuck. I know what I was
Would've been,
thinking.
don't have
I
kids.
partied in my 20s really hard, and
Get that.
then decided, okay, let me settle down.
but you're going to
Same.
be the guy at like high school graduation. Everyone's like, "Oh, did you know
Is that
they'll
your
turn to your
grandpa?
son? Did your dad die? Like, why is your
That's
mouth?"
going to be me, not Justin.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
Larry's really
Larry, that's
Grandpa
you
Larry over there.
kindergarten
Larry's,
graduation.
what are you like, 47, Larry?
Yeah, I can say that.
47, having a boy this week.
Well, here's the thing, man. I love the fact that I took care of business in my 20s and 30s. I'm not sitting there, I'm 28 years old. I have a kid. My life is pretty much now runs through this kid the whole rest of my life. Man,
Well, that's true.
I did it the way you're supposed to do it. This is how the humans.
Yeah, but then by the time you're 40, you're free.
Well, no,
That's
you're
another
never
good
free.
point. That's
You're
another
never
good
free.
point. I do feel like if I had
Is
kids
that how
were
it works,
grown
guys?
by now, if I had kids that were grown by now, I could afford to do more fun things. There's a catch-22 there. Like, you don't look as good at this age, but you can probably score more. Oh, my wife's not in here. Score more
Hey.
just for the money you make
Ba-dum-bum.
than you could when you were in your 20s and broke.
Is that a sweaty beaver joke? Is that what that meant? That's what you meant there?
Absolutely.
I mean, at our age, so that's one thing I got to tell you. At our age, it's just a lot of sweaty beavers. So just stay with your significant other. Don't go into the dating pool because it's not great at 40.
Shane is
Fantastic
speaking
website. That should be.
profound
Well, I mean,
experience.
Sweaty Beaver. That could be like a dating site, right?
It should be.
That's not a dating.
I'd
be
be
good
careful
dating site.
with that at work.
That's an escort
That's
service.
like
Okay?
Same
Is that like-
difference. Dating
is that like
search,
johnsonly.com?
escorts, whatever.
Yeah, it's like John's only. Exactly.
John's only.
John's only.
We need Madman here to sing the jingle that he made. John'sOnly.com.
So yeah, man. Oh no, look at this Waddle with 7 for 62, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Going
Dang
crazy.
it. Got 0 Waddle. I'm going against him. So I'm in this. So I'm in the whatever. I don't even know what week it is. What is this? Semifinals. Next week's the finals.
Correct.
I'm in one of those DLF series leagues that I hate. I hate it. It just
Yeah.
sucks.
Mhm.
And I'm apparently, let's see where I'm at here. I'm going against Waddle with a lead. Let's see if I still have it. And I was the 6th seed, and my tight ends just started crushing. Oh, I'm up by 3 points right now. Holy moly.
The
Ooh,
Waddle
you're
just
in
got
trouble.
another- never mind.
You're
Yeah.
in trouble.
Not looking good. But yeah, so you know what sucks about this league? There's no IR. So I have like a dozen guys on my already whatever roster that I can't play. They're either injured or have COVID, and you can't drop them because they'll get picked
This
up.
year's a rough time to not have an IR.
Mm.
And what are the roster sizes in that league, Larry? Is it short
Um,
rosters like FFPC or no?
It's 28 man or
So
30
it's
man
fine.
roster. It's a 30 man roster.
Okay, so it's fine. But
30
still,
man roster. But when
at least
a
it's not like
third
an
of your
FFPC and you have like 23 man rosters and you're trying to deal with. I couldn't play in that shit.
yeah, that doesn't sound like it's fun. I mean,
Shane,
and I
you
looked
play
on
any FFPC leagues or no?
who
Two.
Shane, oh hi, two
Two.
FFPCs.
Two.
Anybody else playing FFPC or no?
Yeah, I have one
Oh, you do.
left.
I
You
don't
guys
enjoy
staying in
them.
those?
Don't enjoy them.
Are you staying in those?
I have to because
I've been dropping out.
I'm obligated to. Because both of them started, both these leagues started when I was with DFF.
Yeah.
Tua, that was a terrible fucking pick. Terrible, dude. Just terrible. Anywho, both of them started when I was with DFF and they were affiliated with that league. So, like, the people that joined the league were because they wanted to play with me. So now I'm stuck in these leagues for the rest of my life, even though I don't particularly want to be in them because I don't enjoy the FFPC format or the rake,
Yeah.
to be quite honest with you. But
Yeah,
Why don't you just tell them to come join a league with you somewhere else and
you're in plenty.
be like, I don't want to play this shit anymore.
well, because I don't. I mean, a lot of these guys are guys that like FFPC, leagues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like that was their bag. And I'm not joining any new leagues this year. I've already turned down one. Very proud of myself, except for HQ 6 and 7. That's it. That's all I'm doing this year.
That's funny.
That's what he says now.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, no shit at all.
I'm already
No,
doing
yeah.
a startup.
Are you?
That's what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah, it's called Frenemies, and you have to have a co-owner. So there's 24
Ooh.
people, 12 teams.
That's
It's
awful. Nobody's willing to
very
trade.
interesting.
You're in a
Now,
startup
are these-
right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
Did
very
you get to choose
interesting.
your co-owner, or did you sign up and then they random assign it? Because that's how I would do a frenemies one.
Yeah, it was
That'd be
more or
awesome.
less. Yeah, I don't think it was like a exact randomization, but I don't really know. I know who the guy is. Like we're in another league together, but I don't know him that well.
oh, so you're paired with someone you don't know. That's pretty cool, I guess.
That's the way it should be if you're going to do the league like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
How
interesting.
have you guys started the draft yet?
Yeah, we have. It's actually been going for like 2 weeks, and we're through like 5 rounds.
Well,
I gotta talk to my partner.
like we always say, you don't have to start. You don't have to set a lineup till September. So you got.
That's right. That's right.
You're
Have you
It's
ever
just
had
like
any-
half the team is bitching.
Everybody's like
Yeah.
arguing. Their
Yeah.
co-owners are like, I don't want to do that trade, and other and it's just it's actually kind of funny. And hey, I don't give a shit. Whatever. So let's do it.
Being forced to have a co-owner is just god awful torture.
Oh my god,
Dave,
it's
you have
hard
several
because
teams
like
with
I
co-owners,
co-own with plenty of people, and it's
Yeah.
difficult even with people I like to
Right.
interact with.
Shane co-owns with people, and then they just don't actually have access to the team.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
those
the way
are
to
shit
do
blocks.
it, yeah.
I'm not counting those. I mean, the ones
What is
where I
it?
have
Ultimate Dynasty podcast. Like, what is it?
the Ultimate Dynasty Podcast League. I don't think Mike and Jeremy even know who's in the league. They're not in the chat. They don't have access to the team. They literally know nothing about it. They just hear about it.
HQ2. Don't you guys share a team in HQ2?
We share a team, but they leave me alone. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't manage it at all. They don't
Yes,
do anything at all. They just gave that because that was what I think we did HQ1 the first season, and then we added a couple in the second season, listener leagues, and they were like, "All right, Shane, because we didn't know how many we were going to do," and they're like, "You can just have this one, fine, you know what I mean?" And then after that, I was like, "All right, well, I don't want to have to ever come on with you guys again. So like every league, we should have our own teams, and like I don't want to be this HQ team. Like I don't want to talk to you guys."
So to the people that actually share teams, Bill and Rocky, how's that going? Why won't you guys make trades to win championships? Huh?
Yes.
We won't trade for the guys Justin wants us to trade for.
Dude, I'm trying to sell you Sony, Michelle, and Rojo for
Dude.
the super duper cheap, and no one wants to buy it. Like, give me a 2023 second for Rojo. No, I'm good.
I mean, I was pretty happy with my lineup going into. I think the only person that didn't really perform was Van Jefferson.
I mean, yeah, you could have started a starting running back over Van Jefferson.
I could have.
So Justin's the guy in the league that goes into the chat and he's just like, "Hey, look at these guys. You want to win your lineup? Then come and see me." Hey,
Yeah, we lost by
make
2.
some
so-
trade offer.
Yeah.
Get league winners, Rojo and Sony
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah. So I gotta
you guys would've
see a
won
spiel in like 3 different leagues. I'm like, here he goes again, man. It's fucking.
Like we just got kicked in the groin where we lose by less than 2 points, and then you come in and you're like, "See, if you guys would have traded with
Dude.
me."
Yes. He
You would've come and got one
screenshot
of these
a fucking
cheap-ass
matchup.
players. Yeah.
What about you screenshotted a matchup
pretty
and was just
funny,
like, see if they only made the trade with me.
I got no shame, y'all. I'm trying to sell these
Hey, I
guys.
appreciate it. You add some fun to the league.
I'm here to talk a little shit. My team wasn't good, so I might as well.
So, did you guys see that Miles Sanders broken hand news?
Guy can't.
Have you heard about
I
it,
made the
Shane?
joke in the HQ chat. He can't catch a break, man. Fucking hell, catch a break.
Done. Seriously, anywhere if any of the leagues we're in together, guys, just send me a couple seconds for Miles Sanders. He's fucking yours, you cursed son of a bitch.
Well, having a
You
Nate
still
has
in,
in
Justin?
Dynasty League, so he's not gonna do me any good. Like I can't buy him anywhere.
So you,
Well, for next year.
So everyone on this panel is out on Miles Sanders, or do we have any Sanders?
I just
Folks.
traded.
I'm
Him
not
for
out
basically
on
nothing.
him, but I'm definitely not as in on him.
Yeah, I know Justin was a
I
big.
know Justin was his biggest fan.
he was a
Yeah, I
Sanders
think a lot
guy.
of people are just going to
Damn.
be even 2 seconds is like probably
He's
you know,
not.
that's
You're
might
not
be
getting a
slightly
first
above
for him.
market
I'd
right
pay
now.
a second.
You're not getting
Yeah.
a first for him, so
which is
there's
terrible, when you think about it. But
He kept
yeah,
me
I
from
guess at
hitting
this
a
point,
huge parlay.
2023 second.
Yeah, this was last year, I think, where I was doing some betting, and it was like Caden Smith for 30 yards and Sanders gets 70 on the ground or whatever, and it was just some ridiculous bet that I would have like cashed in. It would have been like a $300 payout, and everything was going swimmingly until Sanders busted his ankle at like 3 yards short of this parlay, and I'm just like, this fucking guy, man. Every time
Man, when
it's
he's
something
on the
with him.
field, he's electric. He's so good.
Well, yeah,
Golly,
except
man. It's like
the problem is
every
he
time
can't get through 3 games healthy, and if
Yeah.
he can, he likely fumbled in one of them, and now he's working his way back. Like it's like this, just 2 steps forward, 5 steps back with him every time. Like he finally gets to coaching. You know, if he could have stayed healthy this year, he could have ran for 1,800 yards. Because Sirianni, you know,
I know he's on a
realize-
team
Well,
where they're
I
running
don't know
for
if that's
200
true.
yards every week, and he's
Yeah.
still.
I don't know if that's true because when he was healthy early in the season, Sirianni, I think it took a Miles Sanders
Sirianni's game
injury.
plan completely changed, though. That's the thing. Like he had
That's what I'm
got
saying. I think it took a Miles Sanders injury for him to actually change his game plan. He's
no,
like,
it took him realizing Jalen Hurts can't throw the
Sucks.
ball 40 times a game,
yeah,
and yeah. But yeah, he can't. I don't care that they're. And this isn't a Keenan Allen thing because he's a running back. So, Keenan Allen was what 25 when he had all those crazy non-related injuries. Miles Sanders is going on 25 at running back, which is basically 30 in human years. He's broken his foot, right? Or he's broken his hand. He's sprained every ligament in his knee. Like he fumbles. Like 2 coaching staffs have realized he's not able to be a bell cow. So I'm just done. I'm done. I can't do it to myself anymore.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
There were 2 pulled up the DLF trade finder for the month of December, and I don't know if the font might be too small, but the first one is Miles Sanders or a 22 second and 22 third.
Oh, geez.
That's a long drop.
Okay, I mean, I probably
And
keep
I
Sanders
assume-
for that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Then there's a Sanders and Beckham for Kendrick Bourne, Darnell Mooney, a 4th and a 3rd.
Wow. Wow.
Bourne and
I mean, the
Mooney.
best piece in that trade is Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, you're right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Look,
Nuts.
I'll ask you this: would you rather have Juju Smith-Schuster or Miles Sanders?
Juju.
Give me Juju.
Yeah, gotta be
you know
Juju.
I think there's a chance that he rebounds, and he's got a much longer career ahead of him than Miles
That's what I was
Sanders.
just gonna say. Even if he's just like wide receiver 2, low 2-ish. I mean, you got at least another 5 years of that.
Can I please get him to be a wide receiver 2-ish? That'd be great.
Right.
That'd be great because I have enough of him to stock a pantry.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
So,
so I don't
next
know.
year, Sanders will be 25. It'll be his age 25 season.
Yeah.
And so far in his 3 seasons, which this year's done, he's yet to exceed 179 rushing attempts. And he's been. But when you look at his efficiency numbers, this is what keeps drawing you back into him.
Right.
Is you read his efficiency stats and you're like, oh my God, like he's only one of 3 running backs with this many carries to average 5 yards a carry. And he's the first Eagle running back to ever rush for 800 yards on less than. But that's a problem. Everything is it's on less than. And the reason that it's less than is because he can't stay on the fucking field.
Yep.
Yeah, Miles Sanders. I don't
Well,
know, man.
speaking of running back injuries, J-Rob. Fucking
Oof.
J-Rob. I feel bad for the kid, man. I was hoping he would get a
Yeah.
second contract and make a little money.
Yeah.
You know?
That hurts me in my soul. I was one of J-Rob's
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
supporters.
I was
Yeah.
half-ass shopping him around in the Pigs League, and I just wasn't aggressive enough. I wanted to trade him before the end of the season, and I ran out of time.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck
Well-
with him, and I just feel like that I'm just going to be stuck with him, and he'll just be nothing next year.
2 in a
That's what I thought
McDonald's.
last year, though.
Yeah.
So does this open the door? How do we feel about Travis Etienne now? I know you don't like him, Rocky, but does this make you feel a little bit better about him?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I didn't like him because I thought James Robinson would beat him out there.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a totally untalented back. I mean, I like Javonte and Najee from this class more, but he was a good back. I just thought that he wasn't going to get the volume, and unless they draft a running back again in the first round, I don't think someone else is going to beat him out. So I like him a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
So he just went 507 in this startup, and Derrick Henry went 508.
ETN went 507.
Oh my god.
Oof. Who do
I'm
you
fine
want
with
to start
that.
up?
I think I'd rather have
In
ETN
the fifth round, yeah.
ETN, huh?
I'll take
Yep.
ETN over Henry. I guess.
ETN with a brand new coach, brand new system.
Brand new Liz Frank.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's brand new foot. Yeah.
Have we heard progress about ETN? I mean, I know he's been talked about.
There's nothing to
Last
hear
week.
really. I mean,
It's just Robinson got
It's
hurt,
just
so everyone's
Ross.
going to talk about
Yeah.
ETN.
well,
Well, I
look,
mean,
you
I-
give a guy a year to come off of Liz Frank, and he's not pushing it, he'll be fine. It's when you do like a Julio and try to play after 6 games and it doesn't work, and you end up.
There's no Cam Akers. I mean, Cam Akers stepping on the field with an Achilles, do just whatever.
Is anybody else worried
might play
that this
this
is not good for fantasy football at all?
What's
Like,
that?
That he's actually going to step on the field this year?
I
'Cause
think
no
we
one-
should
obviously
trade
no
him
one's
on
gonna-
this hype.
Totally.
No one's
Right?
going to play him this week. Clearly, he's
No.
going to get like 5 touches. So okay, he looks healthy or whatever. But isn't there the huge risk that he re-injures or has some sort of compensation injury, and then we're talking about like even dropping him further because Sony Michel is still on contract? And I know that no one loves Sony Michel, but the dude has looked like a baller. And if
Sony
Cam
does
Akers
look good.
back,
You
he's
do in
playing
our
tough.
chats, Justin.
Huh?
You
Well, no,
have
I
Sony
mean,
in our
like
chats.
legit, he has. Like, I already messaged somebody in a league and was like, "Hey, I'm interested in getting Sony Michel this week. If you want to make a deal, like he's a guy. I'm selling him in places that clearly I'm not contending, but I'm trying to pick him up in a league or two where I'm trying to win a ship.
Well, as you should. Henderson's on the IR for the
Yeah, he's
rest of the
done.
year.
Yeah.
He's Dunsky. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter because Sony had stolen his job already.
Tony didn't take his
Yeah.
job. He got his job because of injury.
Well, he kept it.
That
Yeah.
Well,
said,
Hendo never came back though.
yeah, and Henderson, he faded away. He crumbled to dust.
Yeah.
Well, if you get injured and some guy gets the job and doesn't give it back, you done got it took.
Well, I mean, he didn't
That's
get a
how I
chance
look
to
at
get it back, but it's because he's made of paper mache.
Yeah, it's
and,
brittle.
yeah, every time he stepped
He
on
is
the
brittle.
football field, he injured something.
Yeah.
Oh, I just couldn't keep.
Welcome to your 40s. That's what's going to happen to you too, Justin.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's why I'm not playing fucking football. You kidding me?
Waddle just had like a big catch. Fucking Waddle. I couldn't keep my eyes off Matt Collins' fro, man. That's a sweet.
He's got some hair out there.
Almost as impressive as the catch he had. Almost.
Waddle just stacking them up for us. Let's go, Scott.
Yeah, Waddle just beat me in the DLF Champion
did.
Series. So that is my swan song in that league. That's it for that league. So,
That
yeah.
gives me a little bit of a cushion, and I don't have to worry about a fumble now in the Yikes League. So
No, that's all yours. But listen, I will take the finals of Scott Fishbowl. I'll take it.
There you go.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sid is in the finals. Scott Fish. Now you think you have a shot here or what?
No.
Yeah.
You don't think you have the ability to make it happen? What is it?
I
How many
mean-
people how many people were in the finals this year?
It'll be 20. It'll be 20 teams.
So
Yeah.
you have a
Basically,
one from each conference.
You
One
had
from each
20-man
conference.
GPP, so it was 20 conference. I didn't know how many conferences it was.
Mm-hmm.
A 20-man GPP. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean,
Like,
their
oh,
odds are
okay.
better now than they were at the beginning of the year, right?
Yep. 1920 or 20. Yeah,
There
definitely.
you go.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
So have you checked out the waiver wire? Is there anything like is Akers considering picking him up or what?
Come on, don't.
I mean, I'm so loaded. I don't need the waiver wire, but
Heyo.
yeah. No, I have a hard time setting my lineup there. So hopefully it will just like COVID and injury out, and I'll just have so many guys I can start. I don't have to think.
So, Larry, are
You
you
know.
considering starting Akers in a league anywhere this week?
No.
You're not that stupid, right? Okay, cool.
No.
No, you can't start. No one can start
I
Akers.
don't have
anyway.
Akers
I
anymore.
hope not. I mean, hell, I hope he comes out there and runs for 100.
Well, they might
And,
try to get him in the
I
end
can
zone.
sell
They
him,
might bring
you
him
know?
in just for like an end zone
I think he gets like 4 or
Yeah, I
5
don't think they're giving him
touchdowns.
any plays where he's cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to look absolutely like dog shit, and then we're going to be like, I can't believe they made this guy play football 4 months after he tore his Achilles. What the
Right.
fuck is wrong with these people?
I don't know what they're trying to prove. I mean, okay, great,
Well-
great. He's in great shape. You know, I guess they're going to be in the playoffs. So
Well, so here's the Sean McVay is like he plays like he has cancer, and like that's how he plays football. Like there's no tomorrow, literally no tomorrow. Like we are going to die today. So he could give a shit about Cam Akers' future, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, but did you hear that player has to be active for 3 games in order to
Yeah.
get their pension year? So I think that's really they're just throwing him a
That's why
bone.
They activated him, but
classy
they're
as
saying they're
hell.
going to play him.
But you're just
Yeah.
saying because Hendo's out now that you think he'll actually play?
McVay said that.
Yeah, they
Really?
said they think we can get him on the field this week. It's like, what,
Yeah,
what in the world?
McVay doesn't care. McVay could give a
Yeah,
shit.
he's
about
playing
it.
video games out there.
But
And you
but
gotta
it's a real
respect it.
classy move to be like, hey, you know, we're going to activate him so that he gets his pension accrual. You know, he accrues the year pension. You know, and it's at first I was like, what are they doing? And then we did that. I was like, you know what? I take it
I
back.
get that.
That's strong. You know, I like it.
I don't know. So who else is going to take over the finals this week? Are we going to get another Joe Burrow? Think it'll be Jamar Chase that he connects with, or
Are they playing Baltimore again this week?
yeah, right?
Schedule them again. Let's light them up. Yeah.
Did anybody see that coming? Burrow 500 yards.
500? No,
Yeah,
because it's
I
the
predicted
highest
that,
total
actually.
ever.
I accidentally deleted the tweet, but I predicted Burrow for 500 plus yards.
I said 524.
524 close.
I did trade for him.
What are you
So
thinking, Bill?
yeah.
But T.
He,
Higgins, man. T. Higgins or CD Lamb? Come on. Everyone loves CD Lamb, but T. Higgins has kind of been.
It's a good question. It's a good question because the step that we thought that CD was going to take this year, he didn't take. You know, Dak
The
didn't
whole
throw as much.
offense is wonky.
Right.
Yeah.
Dak didn't throw
Mike
as much.
McCarthy. I blame fully.
You want McCarthy? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Can't
both,
trust them.
both teams have a lot of mouths to feed. Both stud quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that the Cowboys roster is probably more loaded because they have a tight end and a running back. But either way, I mean, you command targets, right?
Wow.
You're-
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And
Waddle
it's
touchdown.
defenses too, right? Like the
Waddle.
defense for Dallas has kind of hurt their offense a
Right.
bit, and then you got like kind of a worse defense helping.
But at the end of the day, look, T. Higgins was a guy I liked coming into the season. Like I didn't, I didn't think he'd be. I didn't think he'd be wherever he's at now. I think he's a wide receiver 1. I thought he could be a high end wide receiver 2, like right around that edge. It'll be interesting to see though with Jamar Chase because we forget Jamar Chase is a rookie. Like he's going to get better. Like he's not like there is a natural progression to these things. We tend to forget.
Right.
So it's easy to look at it now and go.
Alert, alert. I got a trade offer.
Oh,
just now.
What do you got?
Really?
It's an HQ1.
What do you got?
All right. I give up Saquon, Miles Sanders, and Michael Thomas.
Done. Hit accept.
Do it. I get Nick Chubb, James Conner, and Jamal Williams.
What?
I get Nick Chubb and a bunch of trash.
I'm confused.
I'm going to send you
so
an
much.
offer. You want Alvin Kamara?
Clearly, I'm not giving up all 3 of those parts for Nick Chubb. I'm just not doing it.
So
I don't
what?
think I'm that desperate at running back, even with. And plus, I don't need to give up Saquon. I've got to have 2 starting running backs this week. My goal is not to give up Saquon. My goal is to acquire somebody without giving him up.
What? Okay, so I need to hear this deal again because I only heard the Nick Chubb.
Give
part.
up Saquon, Miles Sanders, and Michael Thomas. Get Nick Chubb, James Conner, and Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams doesn't do me any good in this. I mean, I don't think.
Nick Chubb.
Because Craig Reynolds is balling.
Nice piece, though.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is a nice piece.
I'm
So how does everybody feel about Michael Thomas next year?
I don't
Do you
feel
guys
good
think
about
he'll be
him
a
at
wide
all.
receiver 2
Yuck.
next year?
Yuck.
Maybe.
Do you guys have any confidence he'll be a wide receiver 2?
I don't know who he's going to be playing for. You know?
Yeah.
Does that matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course it does.
Okay, so
I think he's probably a wide receiver 2. Yes.
That's what I'd say. Like he's going to give me if I figure he's giving people about 14, 15 points a game next year ish. That seem reasonable to expect.
Is that with a first down bonus or?
Oh,
That first down bonus is real. No, I'm just talking about it in general. You know,
Right.
for a regular PPR league, doesn't like 14 points seem like a
I
basic
don't
floor
see
for
why
him?
he can't be a wide receiver too. I mean, he used to be the
Yeah.
man. He's what one
Right.
season removed from being the shit. And
I
now
mean,
2 seasons, a season.
he'll be
and a half.
29, and his dead cap hit is 22.7 million. So you really think they're going to trade or cut him?
I don't know.
Maybe.
yeah, I don't even the
He's a
cap.
cancer.
23 million?
What that's his dead cap, but what's his salary? So how much would they save?
They would save
Dude, the Saints don't care about the salary cap.
4.9.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
not a real thing to them.
It's not. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, it is for the Saints right now. They're out there running out
Dude.
Ian Book because they couldn't afford a quarterback.
Well, they did. I mean, they had
They
James,
paid Jameis Winston like $9 million or something.
Taysom, and
Uh-huh.
Trevor Simeon.
This
Yeah. They were all
was good. This is real good.
startable.
Man. Keep it up. Yeah. They're what?
I mean, Jameis was actually good there this year.
no, he was good. He was good. But they.
I mean, if they can bring him back,
did you guys
I'm fine with
see all the
Michael
players
Thomas.
they had to cut last offseason though? I mean, it was extreme. It was like half their defense they had to get rid of. So
They had a decent-
And
They
I
had
can
a-
see them doing it to save $5 million just to get rid of
to
the
stay up.
cancer.
And plus, you know what?
And
that
they're
would
the
be?
most over the cap next year. I think one of the highest.
Yeah, they're
They
so
are
high.
60 million over next year.
Oh, nice.
So I think more likely is a restructure for Michael Thomas. But if they cut him now,
A Rodgers deal.
yeah, what it
Just
does
give him
is
1 year and out.
it would clear up in 2023, which is what they may have to do. They may have to do. You know, the Rams did it with Gurley. They cut him, ate all that dead money, and then 2 years later they were back in it because they could afford because they had cleared off all that cash.
Yeah, there you go.
They did that like 2 or 3 players,
Good
including
example.
Gurley. You
They
know,
called
everybody
on
thought, no way
Breeze.
Gurley gets cut, and then they cut at him, and I was like, wait.
Breeze didn't want to mess up that new head of hair he's got, so he
Man.
wasn't coming out of retirement.
I tell you what, I'm going to call his doctor, man. I tell you what. Jeez. Man, he did some miracle work up there. Some miracle grow.
Miracle Grow?
Yeah.
Yeah, miracle grow. But I don't know, man.
Just to hijack this, I had a team down 25 entering today versus Kamara, and I had Waddle.
Oh,
and
well, wow.
now I'm leading.
How you doing there?
Yeah.
How
I
much?
had a game where I needed Waddle to outscore Parker by 17.1. I'm up
Congratulations.
six
You're
now.
looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. That's going well. I was down yesterday. I was down 58 points to Scott, and I had Waddle.
Who, by the way, crushed everyone else in the league by like 100
he did.
points.
Of course.
He did.
Of course.
I had Dak. That worked out well. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
It really did.
I had Dak, Waddle, and Kamara, and I got all the points I needed out of just Dak and Waddle because Kamara has nothing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was
Yeah, he
secretly
really doesn't.
rooting for Shane in the HQ league because he's got like my whole team on in the starting lineup. So I was just it felt like I was rooting for my team.
Well,
I have
Kamara's
another
gonna
one
need
that's going to be real brutal for the other guy if this holds up. I'm up 1.6 in a league where I have nobody and he has Parker.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
you gotta
jeez.
assume that was
No.
a win going into tonight, and we're a
Not
little
this
over
year.
a quarter away from.
I
Rockies
don't-
made me his.
I've made no assumptions at any point this year because it's just
It's crazy.
Yeah.
someone
Shane,
get
did you
COVID
see
during the game. Kamara
Shane,
just fumbled.
Yeah.
I'm Rocky's bitch this playoffs.
Shane, did you see that Ian almost lost in the Yikes League with his juggernaut team?
No,
the
he
best
won
team
that.
I've ever seen.
And then he won.
Yeah, he was undefeated, and he would have went down if he played either of us this week.
Yeah, he would have went down in a flaming pile of
Went
shit.
down hard.
Hold on.
Is
He
anyone
had-
in leagues that they don't know what the hell's going on right now? The way the playoff setup is.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever?
Shane.
Yeah, me.
Apparently I was. Rocky had to correct me that I'm gonna make the finals, and I didn't expect that.
That's right. In one of Russ's leagues, the top two scorers advanced, and him and this other guy were like, "Oh, we face each other tomorrow for the title." I'm like, "No, I
This
think you guys
guy
are both
had-
in."
Getting back to that juggernaut, he had 138-6 all play record. 138-6.
Holy shit!
And almost
Yeah.
lost this week if it hadn't been for the Deontay Johnson garbage.
Well, Burrow was on his bench.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's because
God.
he's starting Tom Brady and Jared
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen beats Jared Allen. Shit.
We
Oh,
have do we have an undefeated team in HQ2 or excuse me HQ5?
Wow, yeah.
Well,
Is
we
Oh,
did.
really?
He was 14-0.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
He's
No,
down
didn't.
20 points.
Who's he got?
He's got Waddle and Gesicki. So
Oh,
that just tells you how his night's
killing
going.
me.
He's
And he's
got
got 18 minutes left.
so he
And
needs
they're not gonna be
Waddle to
throwing.
basically double his output from what he's done so far, which is
Ooh.
put up 26 points.
Oh, he didn't even make the championship game with that roster.
Man.
It was the Greggles matchup of that you had last week. Were you on the edge of your seat watching Wilson? So Shane was playing Greggles last week in the HQ League, and he was playing against DK and Russell Wilson. So if they
And
connected like one time,
There was another player. It was like
There
three
was
players.
three players he had going against me.
yeah. And me and Justin were watching it, and we're just like, whoa. And one catch, this is over with, man.
Yeah. I was that's one of those nights when you start doing dishes at 10:30 at night and like you just
it was Antonio Gibson because
Yeah.
there was the Philly game on Tuesday or whatever. Yeah.
you start packing lunch, like you just keep trying to do stuff so you're not watching. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna make Thursday's lunch. I should just make dinner for next week too while I'm at it.
Shane
Like,
took up leather
anything
work.
not to look at the game. And that one trickled.
Shane's leaving notes for himself in his bag lunch. I should have started Gibson.
He YouTubed 4 hours of leather work. Just
All I know is that when whoever wins the championship, Josh should send them like an extra little something in the package for not having to ship the belt all the way to Denmark. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
yeah, he was fretting that. He's like, man, this is gonna really suck.
It'd be like $80 or something or more.
Oh, I
don't
bet it
know.
would be much more than that.
God.
More.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be cheaper just to order a new belt.
Yeah, never just get shipped there. Free shipping.
Anybody in any other charity leagues besides the Fishbowl that they're I know me and Bill just faced off in the Unity Bowl. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm getting. I might have second highest score this week,
Oh.
and the guy's gonna beat me by 100.
I was
Oh.
killing
It's like
it in
at
that league the
300
entire
points.
season and then just took a shit. It's terrible. It's what happens.
My team has been terrible, and then I got hot during the playoffs until this matchup. So
I think
whatever.
I won the. I'm some kind of winner in the Warrior Bowl. Have any of you guys done the Warrior Bowl?
I am, but I didn't understand any of it.
Right. So
you get a participation trophy.
I've won the title. There's nothing left, so I don't know where I'm at in terms of. I know there's like a big scale of winners, and then you just have your conference. I don't know what the hell it is, but
Congratulations, then you're the overall champion.
I don't know if I'm the overall champion.
You don't know.
Just say you are.
Sure, overall champion, Warrior Bowl.
Woo woo.
2021 Larry Monkey Warrior
Yeah.
Bowl champion. Tell me
I
I'm
won
wrong.
I won the Weenus, the Cooter Doodle charity league. I won that one. Boom. Took out your boy. What I was thinking. I said I was going to say the perfect circle, but he's what is it? What's Chase Vernon? What's his
Fantasy
Join
intervention.
our
Fantasy
circle.
intervention? Join our circle.
Yeah. Perfect Circle's
It's a band.
a band. It's a
Perfect-
soft
no.
version of Tool.
Tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tools.
Chase
Name it.
Vernon,
Yeah.
join our circle.
Yeah.
Tool, a perfect circle, or the singer of Tool.
So I'm going to get going, but I will say this: next year, I'm not joining any charity leagues because I don't care. Like I'll give them the $5 or $10 or whatever, and just be like, here, just give someone else this. I don't want to have to set a lineup.
That is perfect. I'm generating charity names as we speak. I'll let you know where to send it.
The Human Fund. All right, gentlemen. Happy
Right.
birthday, Justin.
All right, buddy.
All right, Shane, take care. man.
Congratulations.
Happy New
Welcome
Year.
to the world of old men.
Old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Later,
Well,
guys.
See you,
old.
Shane.
See ya.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm the same way. I'm not gonna get all. I did it with the eliminators. I did it with a bunch of charity leagues. You get so worked. You get so. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Give me those. They're all like startups and just joining this and joining that. But yeah, that's the same. I'm with Shane, man. I think Sam's gonna
Yeah.
fishbowl, maybe one other, but I'm trimming things down for next season.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good,
it's
man.
tough to pay attention. And you notice that in those leagues where like half the leagues aren't even setting lineups and
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, I'm happy I made some noise in a couple of them, so That was exciting to see because you just set in your lineups. You don't, and I don't know what the hell with the waivers is only work. How do you guys feel about the whole waiver thing where the waiver wire only opens up like 2 times or something like that?
Yeah, I don't
right?
like that.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't like it either. I want to see. Ooh,
I don't like
want
it on
to see,
Sleeper where it's every day either. Like I just want one and then first come first serve.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
the way
just
should
keep
be.
it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I like it.
When you look at your roster and you're like, oh man, especially this season, with all this COVID nonsense. Oh, I need a kicker for this charity league, and then you're like, fuck, everything's all locked up, and now I'm fucked. I don't understand that. Why is that cool? Got to be on top of all that stuff.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. So Bill, you're out of the timeline league.
Yeah, we lost by 2. We were down 2 going into the second half, and we had Dak and what's his name? Washington's running back. Gibson, and they got 0 the second half because everybody shut it down because it was such a blowout. So
points.
Yeah, so we ended up losing by 2, and so yeah, I guess we get to play for 3rd place now.
Ooh, that's exciting. So who? I actually have won a couple of eliminators. Speaking of,
let's get into it.
Yeah,
one of
you
my
did.
co-hosts.
Larry,
Yeah,
you guys want to do some flushing?
hey, we can bring him in on the flushing if you want. We'll flush these guys down, and maybe we'll call it quits after that.
Let's
What do you think?
here. Hold on a moment. Here, hold on, one moment.
I think I won the junkies. Did I do that? I won the junkies.
did.
You did win the
Yeah.
junkies.
You
Yeah,
did.
Drew.
A ballin' FC Eliminator weekend here.
Yes.
And then Josh and I were facing off in another one, and Josh beat me in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I
Well,
won, but I'm always curious to see the strategies of the people that.
The ones I did the best in, I drafted a bunch of defenses.
Defenses, yeah.
Yes!
Lose those guys.
Yeah,
Defense?
I had 6 defenses or more, and the ones that I made the final 3. Just because, last year I'd lost so many players because of COVID, and just this 3-game injury, IR, that like it was easy to lose early on because of that. So just weathering like the bye weeks and everything with defenses was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, let's get into FC Eliminators. We'll do the
All
hot
right.
sauce Eliminators because
The FC.
it's the last flush of the year. We
It is.
finally cleansed our bowels. It's the last flush.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
let's get into it. FC Eliminators. We got Fantasy Cares, 17 teams face off.
Larry, share the toilet. Add the toilet to the screen here.
All right.
There we go. Behind the scenes for everybody around.
See, I messed up my screen before, and now it's like,
You have to find which one.
oh, am I sharing the screen right now?
Yeah, you have to bring
You
the
aren't.
toilet into StreamYard here.
Shit.
I shared it. You have to bring it into the StreamYard.
Boom.
This is our first time doing this, guys.
Well,
When you get old, you forget how to use
You would have
the
never
camera.
guessed that.
years
Honestly,
later.
this is pretty smooth. So well done, guys.
oh, cool. So
17 weeks later or whatever. Yeah.
well, I got 2 monitors working, and everything's all
geez.
screwy, and I don't know where was I? Fantasy Cares Eliminator.
technologically thing.
Okay, so the Dynasty Hot Sauce Pod number 1.
Larry, did you add the toilet to the screen?
I did not. Let's do that.
Hey.
There we go. All right, let's do this.
Hey.
All right. So, here we go. All right. Fantasy Cares Eliminator. So, we are both gone out of this one. There was only 2 folks left. Nick Brunette at Nick Brunette 23. Then some guy named Paul.
Yeah, we didn't
I
have
don't know
a.
who- I'm
we
going to
didn't have a handle
go.
for that.
He does not have a handle, but that's okay. So I'm going to go to.
I can tell you, Larry. Nick
Oh, you
Brunette killed it.
Oh,
high
Nick
scorer
win.
this week. To win the damn thing, he's the high scorer in the whole thing. And I
So
go to
he's
the
not
live
gonna get-
scoring on the app.
You're not going to flush him though.
No, we are going to
Flush
flush
the
Paul.
loser. You got to flush
Nick,
Paul.
Nick gets to sit on the throne as Paul gets to get flushed down. How about that?
That's a great idea. And Nick will get a hot sauce, some hot sauce swag. So we'll reach out to him and get some stuff out to him.
Well, congratulations, Nick, on your crowning achievement, sitting on the throne.
Our winners get a hot sauce T-shirt and a youth, in addition to a youth size, so an adult and a youth T-shirt.
All right.
Nice.
So either you need to have a child or a very small friend.
Hopefully, you have a kid, Nick.
All
Congratulations.
right. Well, congratulations, Nick and Paul.
Paul.
Sorry to see you suck so bad in week 16.
Yeah, man. If you ain't first, you're last.
And if you ain't number 1, you're number 2.
Oh. So, moving right along. I don't know, Justin. Do you want to take this?
All right. Well, getting on to number 2.
Hey.
Dynasty Hot Sauce FCE Eliminator number 2. We had 2 people in the final here, and one of them was your very own Larry Monkey.
Yo. Hey.
Larry Monkey and Frobeard duking it out, and Frobeard had outscored you for the season. But that didn't matter this week because
Nope.
1 week at a time, and Larry Monkey killed it again. Weren't you the
Thank
top
you.
scorer this week?
Thank you, Devontae Adams. Thank you, Jonathan Taylor, Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Not
Jalen
a bad
Waddle?
Showing. Oh, Jalen Waddle. There he goes.
Rojo on this one. And in addition
You
to
had
the
Rojo.
Dolphins D.
See, you must have listened to me in the offseason. I knew it. I knew it. But yeah,
Right.
Frobeard, clearly you don't get to sit on the throne
Nope.
because you are going down the toilet.
You are a
Goodbye,
loser.
Frobeard.
You're a loser. Loser. Almost made it, buddy. I know him. He's an old trade buddy of mine that was my very first Dynasty league. And I had left that league and recruited him to join my home league. So me and the Frobeards go way back. But I don't know what I've been told. But we know who's in the finals of this next one. It's one of our HQ buddies. This is Fantasy Cares Hot Sauce number 3, our third league.
Sheesh. You guys.
This is the last one. We had 3. We hosted 3 leagues this year, and I think it all came down to Brian Heiser. Some people know him as Heiserhoff, but he's also at Heiser B Heiser. And then we have Ivan the Fan, Ivan Barkley.
That's right. And
Wow.
guess what, folks? In this particular league, you might find that Brian Heiser is the champion and Ivan Barkley put up a stink pot. And so for that, we have to flush you down, Ivan. Goodbye.
So Heiser won?
Heiser won it, man.
Wow. All right.
33 points. Take it home.
I know he's got kids, right? Wow.
Yes, I believe
Hopefully.
Heiser has a couple kids.
I don't want him putting that on eBay, that shirt.
Yeah, it's a high volume. a high cost.
All right,
commodity
man.
there.
Well, that's a successful eliminator season, man. I mean, I got the Junkies here to celebrate my victory here. The Junkies eliminators is enough about me, of
We
course.
were out in like week 3, I think.
Damn it! I wanted that timeline one because I won that timeline eliminator last year. I wanted the 2 in a row, and I got pretty far, and then it just boom, pulled out the carpet underneath my legs. Bam.
Hey, good performance, though, brother.
Yes, yeah, thank you, man. So, I don't know, Justin. Does everyone know that Justin's having a baby boy?
I heard that.
Yeah.
And I am having a baby boy tomorrow.
This week, yeah.
Congratulations. But enough about you.
Yeah, right. Like that's ever happening. Got enough about Larry. Shit.
Yeah, I'm the first one to call out a one upper too. I'm like, it's fucking one upper there.
I love how he was like calling me out for being in the chat. You guys know what he does in HQ1 in that chat? He's over here pimping Byron Pringle and I don't even know who else.
No doubt. He catches a pass and he's like on the block, Byron Pringle.
No, this is not even we're not even talking about this week. Like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago when Larry
second in snap share. Come on.
When he decided to just throw in the towel, he's like Byron Pringle, and then that night they played, and every damn pass Pringle caught, which was all like 4 of them. Larry's like, pop the can. Come get a Pringle, whatever. I don't even know what kind of jokes he was telling, but
you see what
it was awful.
Dude, did you even see Pringle's line? He had like
he killed it. He had 2 touchdowns and he killed it.
I mean, come on. If Manolo had him going,
nope. He would have only lost by like 60. Yeah.
I don't know.
Not this week.
So I don't even know why is Miami? Why is this a close game with these guys?
It's not.
Is it that close? It's 2 scores.
It's
Miami
17
sucks.
points.
Well, I feel like they should have a lot more.
New Orleans defense
3
is good.
scores. It's 17. Yeah. Like it's not.
17 to what?
It's 20 to 3. It's
3.
17. It's a 17-point difference.
Oh.
It's not close. If you've watched the game, it hadn't been close because New Orleans hadn't done shit at all.
On offense.
My only takeaway from this game is Jalen Waddle's catching a lot of balls, and he'll have to be. I got to make him a priority. I missed out on Justin Jefferson. I don't have any Justin Jefferson. I don't have any Waddle. I need to
making Jalen Waddle my wide receiver 2 in this previous class. I feel really good about.
When you're a running backs guy, you don't end up with
a what?
Waddles.
A what?
A running backs guy.
A what? I don't know what that is. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. We've all abandoned that completely.
So I need to get with the program.
No, you're on Rocky's program. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm still
Rockies.
I was a running backs guy. I may
Old
be a
guys and running
back
backs.
as well.
Yeah, Rocky's being converted after this shit show.
Exactly. After this
He's going back to he's going to be a quarterback guy now.
Yeah, every running back.
Which means I'm going to running back guy because then
Bill, you got to fill
everybody's
the
going to be
spot.
over here now.
You got to fill the role, man. Zig when they zag.
Man, I don't know. Rocky, what's the youngest QB you have? Do you have any of the early guys?
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
I actually have one league where I have Lamar and Herbert.
No.
Yes.
Wow. Took over an orphan? Nobody will trade?
No, I tried to switch it up in the startup, and
you have a co-owner, don't you? Yeah.
What? No, I don't.
100%.
This was like a
it's
couple years
co-owner, and
ago.
he's not allowed to touch the team. I got
This was a couple years
Yeah.
ago, and I tried to switch it up in the startup, and I took a lot of picks, and I had 104, I think, and or something like that, and took Lamar 102, something like that. And I actually drafted Herbert at 110, and I haven't moved either since. But I also have been very successful. I made the playoffs both years, but I haven't gotten to the title game. So maybe I should start selling them for other pieces.
Oh,
For running back.
For running backs, there you go.
Speaking of young quarterbacks, how does everybody feel about Tua? Because I know there's a lot of mixed opinions about him right now, as both NFL and a fantasy quarterback. Thoughts?
Well, I don't like him because he's a lefty.
I'm left-handed and I don't like him. No, I mean he's a QB2 in Superflex. Like, I mean, I don't feel like his ceiling is ever going to be greater than that. I mean, maybe off and on, but like I don't think he's going to be a consistent QB1 in his career, personally.
I think Bill's probably right. I think I like Tua more than Miami does. So they don't want to try and let him win games or do anything like that. And I think he has the talent.
But does he have a ton of weapons at this point? I mean, and it's 2 years, 2 offenses, so I don't know. There's still hope, I would say, but I mean, I wasn't in his camp to begin with, so I don't know who's hoping for him, but it's not me.
I think this week might have skewed it, but you guys know that Tua is outscoring Joe Burrow in games that he has started and completed because he came in relief of Brissett and he went out early in week 2 or 3 or whatever. But other than that, he had been outscoring Burrow this week. this year in points per game.
Wow.
Huh?
I did not
Wow.
know that.
Huh?
Surprising.
Now, when you throw 525
He's
yards
been-
and 38 touchdowns, yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
going to change things. God, Ian Book is terrible.
He's been solid when he's in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
Miami doesn't want
He's,
to unleash him.
I think he's probably, as far as in the box score, a high-end QB2.
Yeah, I
for
think,
value,
like-
he's got to be a little bit higher just because some of the old guys in there, you know?
his ADAT has got to be so low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
like, I saw like they were showing a stat tonight where he's like, since he's returned, he's like 74.5% completion percentage.
Right. If
But-
your ADOT's low, but at least you're hitting, like if you're completing it
Yeah.
at the rate he is, it's fine, you know?
So
Like, he's
like
not
I think
gonna
in
put
that
him
regard, fantasy wise, he's performing better than he is football wise. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like how you're saying that he was outperforming Burrow. Like, I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that NFL wise he's a better NFL quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But he just happened to be scoring
It's a whole
fantasy
different-
wise.
yeah.
It's kind of like the Bortles thing.
No, it's not like Bortles. Come on now. They're also about to win their like 7th straight game. So that's
might
not
be.
what Bortles did.
Their defense is like ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
Miami
Bortles
makes
was
the
the garbage
playoffs. I
can
think
king.
it's Miami makes the playoffs, and that's when all eyes are going to be on him. And if he flashes, then I feel like his draft stock will go up.
Yeah, the
I'm
off
hoping
season
that
will
his-
be.
I'm hoping that everybody kind of keeps looking at him like this, and I can acquire a little bit more because I sold a bunch of shares in the off season.
Yeah.
But I didn't sell cheap. I just, there were people that were believing in a couple leagues. I had him in an auction format, and I wanted a bunch of auction dollars to kind of dominate the auction, and I sold him there. And I might try to make a move to reacquire him this offseason.
I have him in a few
You
leagues.
guys make any trades in the past week or so? Anybody make any deals?
I traded Sanders and a first for Burrow and Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay, that's a really in a super
Yeah.
flex, right?
One quarterback. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Which
fine.
Lock up
I've
Burrow.
never traded for a quarterback in a one quarterback league. I normally just pick up like, Phillip Rivers or, whatever old shitty quarterback is around.
Pick him up this week if you wanted.
But I'm glad I traded for Burrow because I just absolutely crushed the league and I will be in the ship next week. So it's worth it.
No, Bill and Rocky didn't make any trades because they don't make trades. to win shit.
We made a few before the playoffs started, but nothing. In the
Oh,
last
Rocky,
week.
I made a trade in the I finally took over a team in our Junkies listener league. And it's very old. And I ended up moving Gronk. Like I think it was Gronk in my second for a first, and then like another like a third to a second next year or something like that. So it'll get me from like a mid second to a late first, something like that. Which I feel is fine for a tight end that we have no idea what he's going to do going forward.
I like that.
So you guys got crushed by @Lin6.
Yeah, Lindsay and Drew, if you're listening, hey, Antonio Brown, Michelle, Rojo, they would look good on your teams for cheap, for the low. Come on and get them.
League
Lindsay's
winners.
been crushing this league.
Yeah,
whole
she's
season.
been-
Yes.
and she did really well in Scott Fishbowl too.
Nice.
She did.
But she was
She was
rolling
right up there at the end. Yeah.
She got AJ Brown back. I mean, there really isn't any holes on her team. Herbert, Hurts, and then you got Aaron Jones, Kamara, AJ Brown, Cup, Darnell Mooney. Well, Manny Sanders is probably, and she might be she'll be without Adam Thielen too. She's got Andrews, so I guess she could pick up a piece. She's got some. She could use a solid piece. She's got the random guys that she could put together something. Just because when you get this far, you want to put your hammer down. You want to stomp it out. It's just like a little fire. You just want to stomp it out and get it over with.
I'm just beaten and battered. So now it's like, okay, I make this trade, and Murphy's Law tells me that if I would have not made the trade, that guy would have blown up. And it's I'm the jaded old fantasy football player because
Yeah, I've learned that from the HQ league. That when you're in this 16-team league and you finally when you get to this point, you're just like, you know what, dude, I'm not turning back. This is like the real deal. So you want to win that league, you got to make that move. So if Lindsay's just like missing Thielen now, if I were her, I'd put something together, pick up a solid starter.
Like Sony Michelle.
And she's the Rams girl too.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, there you go.
He's been resistant upon making a move. She's been sitting on her hands
She's a
and for
redraft
good reason.
player.
I mean, she hasn't had to make a move, but I'm all about like give me everything I can for the championship week. Like let's stack it up.
Yeah. When you can smell it, you need, and there's no trade deadline. You got to. I'm all about going all in. Why not?
Yeah, you don't want to be rolling out Emmanuel Sanders. No, I'm just saying. You don't want to be rolling out Emmanuel Sanders.
He looks awful, honestly. Like real
Because
football,
he's
like he looks
96
terrible.
years old.
And how do they keep playing him over Gabe Davis like that, like all season?
Makes no sense.
He was born the same year I was, I think. So
Nice.
give or take a year or two. Yeah.
All right, man. What do you think? We'll wrap this up.
Guys,
I'm-
thanks for joining, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm breaking
happy
this.
birthday,
I'm breaking
man.
this down into
Happy
2
birthday.
episodes. Because if I'm having I got the baby coming, I might just
I
split
thought you
this
said
into-
you weren't editing this. Just put the bumpers on it and send it out.
You think? Hour and 40.
It's an hour and 40 minutes. It ain't
That's the outhouse way. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just put the bumpers on and send it, man.
That might be the DAP network way.
I
actually.
know.
That's the
Junkies
DAP way,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under 130. So.
How we roll, baby.
Oh, it's also Sanders' birthday.
Miles Sanders' birthday.
Or
25.
Emmanuel, maybe.
Yeah, it's not
45.
Is it Emmanuel Sanders' birthday today?
No relation.
No. Damn it, Kyle.
So-
Kyle in the chat leading us astray here.
Oh man,
It really had
Emmanuel
a twist. We're like, damn, that would have been really good.
Do you share any birthdays? of any
Sanders'
famous
birthday
people?
is St. Patty's Day.
Oh, nice.
Well, he's turned into a leprechaun.
So
Yeah.
Justin, your birthday is in like an hour. Who do you share any? Or well, for me at least,
I don't
you
know.
don't share any birthdays with any famous people?
I have no idea.
Lou Gehrig for me.
Ah, look at that. See,
Here,
Yeah,
I'll
Stan,
Google, 'cause I'm
Stan
curious.
Lee.
Famous.
Stan Lee, John Legend, Denzel Washington. December
Denzel,
28th
I
was a
pulled it up,
day.
too.
Hey, look
Wow.
at there.
Denzel,
Man.
huh? Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, Macklemore.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Joe Manganiello, your favorite actor? No doubt.
Adam Vinatieri.
Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. First ballot.
Hey, old Woodrow was born on the 28th.
Who the hell is that?
Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, you call him
Oh,
old
you
Woodrow?
were around when he was president, right?
Oh, yeah, come on. Tell us about his
Well,
presidency,
yeah,
Larry.
his son was Young Woodrow.
I had a different nickname for him. I didn't call him old Woodrow.
Just Woody. Yeah.
Old Woodrow. What's the biggest Pornhub search word for the 28th of December? Bidlow.
Oh man.
So we had Scott Sidlow on a while back, and for some reason, I don't know, we got on the topic of Pornhub. So I guess they just came out with their greatest whatever search terms.
Larry, how
Correct.
do you remember this?
Because
Like,
you'll
I
never-
remember it now because
Mississippi was
you
like-
said
Drunk and
it.
recall. Don't worry.
yeah.
I remember it now because you said it, but I could not have said, "Oh yeah, on this date, with Scott Sidlow on, we talked about."
Well, I remember the
Just
that was a
remember
real-
the important shows. I mean, I get it. I appreciate
that was a
it.
funny bit, man. It was like the Pornhub search per state, so we like
Yes.
We did
weird
go down that
stuff
rabbit
going
hole.
on.
Yes.
Certain states. Anyway. Oh, so let's talk about let's so we got the Dynasty Junkies here. We got one of the timeline guys. Where can we find you? Tell us all what you got going on.
Go ahead, Scott.
Rocky, you do it.
Oh boy, go ahead, Bill.
You can find me on Timeline. That's about it. Wednesdays, 9 p.m. For another week or two.
Yeah.
And then I'm taking a step back. So I'll be the reliever
just be the guest?
after the new year. Yeah.
You're going full guest.
Yep.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah, me and Scott, Dynasty Junkies, Trader. Just go follow the DAP Network. You'll get all of us.
You
There
get
you
all
go.
of
There you
us.
go.
You get the whole
It's
crew.
Rocky, so efficient.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
He's like Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Yes, I've often been compared to
Wow.
Jalen Waddle.
All right, man. Well, happy birthday, Mr. RunDFF. He's got a baby boy on the way. Next time you hear from me, I'll have a baby boy. Hope maybe he'll be sitting behind me or who knows? Who
All
knows?
three of us
We
will have our
to figure
boys
out a
on.
time. We
You
have to
should
figure
get
out
a
time to
fat head
podcast
made of
next
your
week.
baby's face and put it over your right shoulder.
He's
We
already
won't be
got
able
it.
to tell who's who, but
He's already
we'll
got it.
figure it
Are you
out.
kidding me? That's his baby's face right there.
Like,
That's a 3D sonogram right
That's a
there.
head of hair on that kid.
He's got a set of teeth for a newborn, huh?
If you're listening, you're wondering what Larry's child looks like. Pull it up on YouTube so you can see what he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
working on there.
Follow us on YouTube. We don't have enough subscribers, probably because we don't really go live that often. But just follow it because you never know when a live show might pop up.
You know what we never say, Larry?
What's that?
Rate and review on Apple Podcasts and all
Yes.
the other places. We never
There's
say
some-
that. I don't think we've said that one time. but
We've
it would be
never,
nice to get
yes,
a-
we've
get a
never
couple rate and
solicited
reviews.
rates and
Yeah.
reviews. I have dabbled in it, but I haven't really made it like a staple. But there are some cool reviews out there, man. Have you seen some of the reviews? They're kind of funny.
I need to go and peruse the reviews. I'm
Anyway,
scared.
yeah, leave a rate and review and all that good stuff.
Given the people that we know that listen, I'm scared to read the reviews.
Yeah,
I
Very
know you
true.
folks out there. You scare the shit out of me, and it's great.
there's no 1-star reviews like if you like the timeline.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, thankfully we don't got any of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I get it. We're not that
That's why
bad.
they kicked Bill off the show. They're
That's
like,
right.
yeah, come back every
I
once in a
left
while.
the reviews.
You got us a 1-star review.
I'm like, these knuckleheads.
All right, Larry, let's wrap it up, baby. Let's do this. Thanks for listening to the Dynasty Hot Sauce Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.